With that, let's head inside the Ford Field in Detroit. We're standing by are the two men who will bring you this one, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the Dallas Cowboys and the Detroit Lions. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Credit to tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. And the Buffet boys, the O-line. Hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hurry up, here we go.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go now.
Back to throw. Over the middle, Sharp's got it complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. First carry now. This is Johnson.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line to center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
From his own goal line, Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, Got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Stafford now to throw. Going left side, he's got it complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you're throwing so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Automatic 1st down.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
All right, here we go. Boom, land it.
They'll give to Elliott. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. And now the Lions defensive starters.
When you talk about pure speed on the corner, you have to talk about Darius Slay, because this guy in high school, 100-meter, 200-meter state champ, he can flat out run. The thing he's looking to increase, takeaways. Only 7 takeaways in his last 4 seasons. He wants to live up to his nickname, which is Big Play Slay.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that one will be accepted.
Automatic 1st down.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. And a late closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Throw left side, complete to Sharp. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, that continuity is there, and you can see it.
And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out.
Holding. Offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
They'll set up a throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a third and about 13.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short, and that leads to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
First down carry here for Johnson. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Here we go.
And they'll run it here. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he stopped immediately there. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him
Here we
first.
go now.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 1 quarter gone in this NFC divisional round matchup. 3-0 is our score. We're back to the Motor City after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go. Green.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here we go now.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Here we go now.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before, getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
Up to $500 in rewards for the healthy choices you make with My Health Pays.
Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? He'll look to throw. And Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows to 10-0. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. He and his team, they have had a rough go of it here in this first half. Maybe time for him to put his foot down here in the second quarter.
Put his foot down and become a little more accurate throwing the football. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. He's trying to find a way to equal things out. And instead of it going to the opponents, get it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 23. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here, but he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. Quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point forthcoming. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drop.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before. And right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? It's my guy.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 16. After the interception, here's Stafford. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like legs.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? It creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. This is taken at the 23. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position.
Foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. They'll look to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the 1st down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Boom, landing.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards. They just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face
Automatic
mask.
1st down.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
Now a handoff. Johnson. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
They're giving the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
Let's go! Green 39!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed!
Now a handoff looking right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hurry up, here we go.
On play action, they'll throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Back to throw here. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense.
Holding. Offense.
Kind of surprised they accept the penalty.
The only thing that comes to mind for me is they want to move them back 5 yards because they feel good about their defense. But in most situations, you take the down. That's what counts more.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this across midfield to the 48.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39.
And they'll go on the ground. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
They'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
The penalty moves them into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Blue lining. Blue lining.
And they'll run it here. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Here we go now. Green.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
A try here for the extra point. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time, first half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one. And it'll make it 2nd down. Now Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. To the air again, Stafford. And now here's another interception. Picked off around the 37. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Now it's the backup Mayfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, this is the second of 4 games this weekend as we narrow the field down to the 4 teams who will meet in the league championship games next Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's take a look ahead to tomorrow's other divisional round game in the NFC. And it looks like we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons matching up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run it with Johnson. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Throwing, Mayfield. Throw left side, complete. It's Cole. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, Is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go now.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more.
Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Now let's go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
He'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Mayfield. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Holding. Offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Demarcus Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. A big boot that time, 50. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefited?
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Let's go. Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Ebron caught left side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Set. 319.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Set. Green 39.
They're going to look to throw. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense in every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Now they try the right side here. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Set, 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. Dancing to his left. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Lions have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
Should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. First down, Mayfield. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play. Mayfield now from the 50. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield off the play fake. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Let's go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Mathema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless.
Personal foul.
I am without speech.
Face mask. Defense.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
Set. Green 39.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll drop the throw. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Partner, if you and I were playing quarterback in this one, we would be really confident right now throwing it to him, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's been spectacular. He's just saying, hey, I was all state. I'll make it rain out here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in from the 20. And the Cowboys continue to pour it on. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
And it seems like they've been running uphill all game. This fielded at the 2. And a very good return, but a penalty marker is down. I'm not sure what this is going to be.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get...
Here's Johnson. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Second down, Mayfield. Goes to the right side here, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. It's Cole. And he's got this down to the 35. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to... the ground. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And they'll run it here. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down of the yard. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now the offense heading back out there. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of the guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going down the road, you may have to even leave early in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home is a big deal, but now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. And a nice run to get him past the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 7. It's 2nd and 8 now.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Face mask. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post Because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. This feels pretty good.
Oh, it feels fantastic. Anytime you get a road victory in the NFL, that's a big-time accomplishment. And to do it this convincingly, that just tears up the script that every home team has, which is nobody comes into our house and pushes us around. They took care of business today.
Yeah, they pushed around, and now the final stages of this one.
Let's go!
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. And Charles, if you're the coach of the losing team, even though you made it to the playoffs and there's part of that that feels good, what do you say to your guys after?
I think you probably tell them how proud you are of them to make the effort to get to this game and then point them towards the future. If we're good enough to get here, all we got to do is work harder, be better, and we can be good enough to go farther next season. How many times have we seen a team lose in the playoffs, and that girds them for a championship run in the future?
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Detroit.
Ovaries and fallopian tubes. Each month, an egg is released from the ovary and travels